Welcome back. My name is Nick, and I have Taylor here with me. And today we're going to cover Succession, Season 4, Episode 5. We're halfway through, and I believe Shiv had a win, kind of had a win, but we got to see Roman stand up for himself, which was cool to see. And everyone on the list is practically off the list, except for the people Shiv mentioned. Anyways, we're going to get into it here, deep dive. Just so you know, we've been covering every episode. And every comment you guys do during this video will be entered to win a shirt from thebestnerdyshirts.com. We also have a Greg t-shirt, just so you know. We're big fans of Cousin Greg here. I'm still pulling for him for the win. We'll see, though, because, you know, France.
He's quite behind.
Yeah, he's quite behind right now. Even though the quad, it's the whole quad team is in it. You know, the siblings plus one. So let's jump into it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they're literally taken out of their environment for this deal. And it's a good episode. It's not like the best episode, but it's a good episode. There's a lot of comedy in this episode too. They really pushed the comedy, it felt like. Yeah. There was a lot more laughs.
And a lot of emotion too.
Yes.
A lot of emotion from Roman.
Yeah, from Roman. And Kendall kind of suppressing his emotions. He was very much... And what was cool, the way the episode started off reminded me of the first season of the first episode. How he was like listening to the music in the car, kind of hyping himself up. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is his second chance.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Without Dad, though.
Exactly.
Without that issue.
Yeah, without the bear.
Yeah.
So what's cool is Matsson's basically taking the place of Logan. He's the big dog now. And it's really interesting to see how he's playing everyone. That's the vibe I'm getting. He's playing everyone, even Shiv. I don't even think that blood story is even real. I think it's all part of like just a grand scheme of his craziness of throwing out wild jokes and absurdities. Like he doesn't care. He's so lax and everything. Like he's like, oh yeah, I've been sending her blood. It's like, okay, like that seems a little too far even for him. But then again, he could be this crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he would bring it up because it's the question of like, well, who on Waystar are they going to get rid of the equivalent on his side? So I feel like he was telling her like you can't, you know, whether that's true or not. He was telling her that he basically can't get rid of Ebba. If that's her name.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think so. Even though it sounds like they were going to get rid of her at the end of the episode, right? Wasn't that part of the thing? She was going to have Tom get rid of her?
No, that was Sid. That's like the head of the ATN.
Sid. I'm sorry. Yes. Okay. I totally messed that up then at the end. I was like, did that already happen? I was like, that's moving so quick. But he definitely goes around the bros and he's giving them the FU statement by raising the price. So, and then the picture.
Get the picture.
So Shiv is sending him pictures. Like, so there's definitely...
I think she's mad about them becoming establishing themselves as the co-chairman. So she's kind of doing like, well, fuck you guys, or F you guys. Sorry.
Yeah. No, totally. That's her way of getting back at them for basically cutting her out.
Yeah.
She's playing them. But like it's so crazy that she's even playing to the point where she's like sending photos to Matt. It's like, how long did that conversation go on for that we didn't see?
Kind of childish. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, what happened?
And that's why I think he's playing everyone from every corner, Matt. He's just crazy playing everyone. Like, who knows if he'll actually go through with this deal too. He might be throwing out numbers and be like, no, you never mind. You guys are on your own. Watch it crash and burn kind of thing. So
yeah. And I think we're seeing something, you know, it's kind of hard to describe how good Logan was or, you know, how effective he was.
Yeah.
But I think that he would never pull a Roman. Like, he might act out of his own emotion, but that I feel like was a little bit too far, I guess. I feel like Logan was more of a Matsson where he'll kind of like, you know, he showed his cards a little bit, but he was never like, looked like Roman was gonna push him off the friggin' cliff. I was like, is this what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess you're starting to see, I mean, who everyone shakes out to be after Logan, because it's been, it's the second episode since that happened. So Roman seems to be not dealing with it very well in all fronts.
Yeah, and I'm also curious what picture Connor sent him.
Oh, yeah. Because it doesn't seem like Connor would just like send him a dead person's body as a joke. Like that was a little confusing.
Yeah, I was so confused. Like I always think of the picture. I don't think of the picture, but I always remember the scene when Roman sends a picture text message to Logan during the meeting. So I'm like, is this payback? Did he get a dirty photo? It's payback from the grave.
But I mean, overall, I think it was like kind of, people might agree that it was like a pretty boring episode, but I think that it was necessary, obviously necessary for the plot, because what is going to happen now, with this 192 deal or counter offer or whatever offer, we're going to kind of be in the shadow of it's going to be kind of like what's happening after that. That's going to be the next few episodes, I think. So it was setting up for what's to come for the rest of the season. Even.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't think Matsson's going to buy the company.
You think he's going to pull a Musk and then be forced to by a court?
I think because the show's Succession, like who's going to be the next person, and it has to be. Well, it doesn't have to be. It could definitely be Matsson, whose success is. It's like after Logan, but I just think it's gonna be someone that we know since season 1, maybe, that's going through it, that's gonna take over the company, and I think the bros, the CEO bros are gonna tank the deal. No matter, they're gonna do whatever they can in their power to. I think of the movie Step Brothers when they're trying to sell the house and they'll act like there's a dead body in the house. Like, oh my gosh! Every time like someone comes in, I feel like they're gonna be doing that with everything they can within the company to make it seem like it's all bad, so they can. Still
that's what they did with the showing the video or showing the movie and everything. So they're already doing that.
Yeah, and they're both at the point where I think they're just not gonna bow for the deal. Their pride is too high in the situation now, and it's like he says, he's like, I'm gonna make you guys rich. He's like, we're already rich. Now it's just about who has the biggest D word in the room, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, so they're all gonna be waving this thing around. Who's gonna be the big boss or the next Logan? So, yeah, I think it's gonna go down that way. And Greg, he had some funny moments in this episode, but man, he's just feeling like he's getting dumber and dumber.
Yeah. Honestly,
it's like, come on, man, you're supposed to swindle your way into win it for me. Come on, this is why we have a Cousin Greg shirt. But he did have some really good moments. It looks like he's also betraying Tom.
Yeah, I feel like Tom's just trying to survive right now.
I mean, when he went and he sat down on the table, that was so funny. When he sat down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like all these people are just so stupid. All these CEOs.
Yeah, and it seemed like the Gojo team was just like light years ahead of everyone, because that's probably how it is in real life too, where you're kind of dealing with this company where everyone just kind of like was inherited their position, and these in Gojo, people kind of like individually to some degree got where they are for who, what they've done and their work and stuff, not just like, how he points out, like, are you guys all related or something? And I mean, a handful of them. Yeah. A lot of them are even by marriage,
It's true. So. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically the old versus the new.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And by the way, it is Norway, right? Or Finland.
It's Norway. Yeah, we were confused for a little bit of what country, and it's weird because I feel like Matsson has an American accent, so I'm like, because they're like, oh, you're gonna have to deal with the American media, and it's like, yeah, doesn't he know that? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't assume, but he seems to be American to me. Whatever.
Well, do you think Shiv is gonna get screwed over by what she's doing?
I think that hopefully what I'm about to say makes sense. I feel like Roman and Kendall, they can steer the conversation a certain way or the deal a certain way, but they can't say yes or no. They don't have the final say. So I feel like 192 will be too good, considering they were coming in assuming they would get 50
144
below.
like that. Yeah.
It's like, how is the board going to say no to that? So if anything, Shiv's positioning herself to be, to me, seeming like she's positioning herself well to be on Matsson's, good side. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess she was just kind of keeping all of her options available, huh? Mm-hmm. She's like still like in the goodwill with her brothers kind of thing, but she's also making sure the deal goes through, because it sounds like she just wants this deal to be over with so they can do their thing. Because their thing, the three of them, they're all equal partners. Mm-hmm. Right now, she's cut out. So if they decide that the two bros, the CEO bros, decide to
CE bros.
Gosh, I know the CEO bros. If they decide they want to run the company, it leaves Shiv out in the cold.
Right.
And they're like, oh yeah, we'll make sure the deal goes through. So it's all three of us kind of thing. But even though it does sound like Roman was keeping Shiv in the loop. And I don't know if the little things Roman leaked to Shiv, she was leaking to Matsson, like in the deal kind of thing. And she was like using that as leverage. And that's why he knew right away
I feel like they would show us that. But they do, they're texting each other. So yeah, there is a line of communication there. Mm-hmm. And you could be right too, because I think that they didn't, I assume that we were seeing all of Matsson and Shiv's conversation, but it seems as though she was there longer than we saw. So I mean, there could be, kind of secret stuff, back channels, if you will,
I mean,
going on.
It's smart on Matsson's end, because no matter what, he's dividing everyone. And I think as long as he keeps dividing everyone, it'll turn out the best for him. I don't know why he even wants this company for that much, but then again, people pay overpriced for everything. Like Elon Musk paid overpriced for Twitter, right? Because now it's like worth nothing compared to what he paid, or something like that.
Yeah, so. But it's like but for somebody like that, especially like Elon, who's the richest person supposedly, it's like, well, you can't buy anything anymore, so you got to like make life interesting somehow, Like I feel like it's kind of that vibe with him too, and with ATN. I mean, Twitter's Twitter. It's its own, huge, powerful like arm, but not ATN, sorry, but Waystar is so many different things. Like if you buy that, you have a hand in so many different, fields, I guess, or industries. Just after you swipe a card, and then you're in all these different. You're in Hollywood, you're in news, and roller coasters. Apparently,
I mean, they own amusement parks, they own cruise lines. They own movie studios. They own the TV networks. They own probably sports channels too, right? Yeah. Don't they have like a football thing, or that's what Roman was working on in season 1?
Or soccer, football team. Yeah, didn't he buy Logan a team or something?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. and so they're involved in so much stuff. And I think Matsson's just like a tech company, isn't it? Isn't it just like a streaming service or like a online digital platform?
I thought that it was supposed to be standing in for Twitter, because they made it sound like Twitter when in last season when he was like talking to Roman and they put the phone in the toilet. It made it sound like it was Twitter, but then he just, in this episode, he mentioned a tweet, or like, are you going to tweet it out? Yeah. I'm like, wait, I thought this was supposed to be Twitter. So I have no idea what it is.
He just has a lot of money, basically. He's Elon Musk. It could be one area.
And he seems self-made too, because there's that thing. I mean, wealthy people can die by suicide, but it kind of sounded like his dad, checked out and he found him or something. That was kind of like a line that was dropped. It kind of seems like he's sort of, maybe he doesn't respect the Roys because he actually had to, work hard or work at all to get where he is.
And, Roman kind of called them out. He's doing it all right now just to get a better deal. You know what I mean? Everyone's emotional. Their dad just died. So this is his way of getting a better deal. But he is paying more than he thought he would. So, yeah. Anywho, so what do you think's gonna happen next episode? Do you think Shiv ends up on top? Do you think they tank the deal? What are your guesses?
I just don't know if they have the power to tank the deal. I guess I'm kind of confused about that whole setup, like public companies and stuff. I think that it's too big. It's too much money. They can't say no, basically.
Oh.
And Matsson knows that. So, that's why he wanted like the picture of them looking all defeated and stuff. I don't know. I think that the kids want to think they want to believe that they have all this power, but in reality, like, I mean, Logan, he was in with the board. Like we saw what happened with, what was that, season 2? Mm-hmm. They're not swapping with him as far as like his position. Like, I don't think they have the power and like the relationships and stuff. I don't know. I just don't, I don't really buy that they can really do what they want, but I mean, who knows? What do you think?
I think the deal's not going to go through. I think it's going to end with someone being in charge of what Waystar. It's going to be its own thing still. And then, I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to do everything in their power to not let the deal go through. And I think that's going to stick. I think that's going to happen because I think there's more drama that way. If the company just get bought out, then it's just like they're going to end the season with starting a new company. I don't know. I just don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's going to be a good ending. It's like, oh, the company's sold and we're starting a new company. And then the 10 years later thing at the end, like there's 10 minutes. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to be good. That's not going to be a good ending. I think this is just creating the drama that will lead us to the finale when the deal gets tanked and they become the CEOs, or all three of them, or they work out a deal where they include Shiv in on it, or maybe it's just one of them and Kendall becomes a shark, or Logan or Roman becomes a shark, or Shiv. Or Greg could become the shark and win it all. What do you think's happening with Shiv and Tom too?
Oh, I think that Shiv is just being a butthole and like being mean, and I don't know if she's like, not remorseful, but if she's kind of upset or with the state of her situation, the fact that she's been, she's pregnant. Like, it doesn't seem like she's that excited about it, but I don't know. I can't assume.
But they're going to dinner afterwards?
I know. So it's like, do you think, when she first said that, I was thinking like, did she see someone like Matsson, who seemed like kind of, adjacently interested in her, see how like she didn't like him or something, and in comparison she's like, oh, kind of like I want to revisit Tom, or is it her just being weird and like conniving? I don't know.
I mean, is it because he like flicked her ear and it shows him having a backbone, like standing up for himself kind of thing? Or is that like a weird thing? I don't know.
It could be. Yeah, there's a lot. Their relationship is pretty weird. So I wonder what everyone else thinks, because I'm a little lost in it.
Yeah, I was very lost. I was hoping you would give me some answers, but
I don't have answers. But something else though, in the promo for next week the future episodes, it showed, I think, Kendall and Roman hugging Shiv in such a way that it made it seem like she had just told them
about the
that
baby,
she's pregnant. It's like either it's that, maybe you could like rewatch it and you can like see what I'm talking about. It was like a millisecond. It's either that or like maybe they're like super emotional, like about to go out and give like the eulogies or something. But it almost gave like a sense of like excited, and I'm like, why would all three of them hug? Like that's kind of unusual, right? So I think that we might be coming out with that info, because I think I mentioned this before, but like, people know 20 weeks is pretty freaking far along. Like,
and she doesn't really look pregnant, right?
No. So, I feel like the cat will be out of the bag in some way, but we're also watching the course of a couple days in my theory. So, she could hide it, I guess, for the next, like, how many episodes are left? Like 6 days or something.
Yeah. Gosh, I know there's only like 5 episodes left, so we have 5 weeks left of this too. Woo! Gosh. All right. You've heard our opinions. We want to hear yours down in the comments below. Taylor, is there anything else you wanted to mention from the episode?
Well, just hit me. You said that we're halfway through on the season. It's like we're only going to be able to hear the theme live so many times. The best theme, best show theme ever. I am not a skipper.
Yeah.
You don't skip, right? You don't skip the theme.
No,
do we have any skippers? Cool. I hope we better not have any skippers because you're dead to me.
And then, I also want to say the scenery was incredible. The backdrop of filming.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh,
seeing
amazing.
the mountains and all that stuff. It was such a cool filming location. It was nice to also be out of the city because I feel like we're always in the city. Mm-hmm. So it was cool to be out in, I guess they're in New Mexico sometimes or in the English countryside for a wedding and stuff. Right. So it was cool to see them. Didn't they do another retreat? It was like in the Redwoods or something one time too. I can't remember. But I think there's another retreat too they went to one time where like all the businesses.
Yeah, I remember in New Mexico.
No, but it was a conference. Maybe it was like a big conference they went to with all the big anyways, I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank, but comment down below your thoughts and opinions if you like the show or not. We want to hear your opinions and who you're going to go. Who do you think is going to take it all? I'm always curious what you guys say. We love your comments. Depending on if we get time this week, maybe we'll even do another comment video. So subscribe to get the updates when we drop the comment videos this week. And just remember, every comment is entered to win a shirt from thebestnerdyshirts.com. We do have a Cousin Greg shirt. Go ahead, Taylor, show it off. We have a Cousin Greg shirt.
I'm showing it.
It's super cool. We really like it. And you have a chance to win it just by commenting. And we'll see you on the next AsArt. Cousin Greg, man. Come on. The quads. Siblings plus one.